Hi folks, we are Ed Ball Sr. and Ed Ball Jr., inventors of Hipstick, a unique shooting rest system which represents a new generation of hunter shooting rest designed to hunt.
Hipstick features a simple design and innovative concept which offers a hunter hassle-free portability and rock-solid stability.
This instructional video is intended to show Hipstick's proper use and versatility. We hope after viewing and applying the suggested methods and tactics shown in this video, you too will shoot with confidence. Hipstick's Hunter Shooting Rest includes a free 60-inch belt and is sold completely assembled and ready to hunt. To better understand how Hipstick works, it is important to know its components. Together they make quite a team. When stationed on a hunter's belt, Hipstick's base plate becomes the nucleus of operations while serving as Hipstick's telescopic support shaft anchoring and fulcrum point. In addition to this function, the base plate features 3 holding cradles which harbor Hipstick's retracted telescopic support shaft when it is not deployed. Hipstick's 3-stage telescopic support shaft retracts to approximately 11.5 inches and extends to approximately 24 inches. It features a twist-to-lock system which enables the adjustable telescopic shaft to achieve and maintain a multitude of lengths. Its primary function is to serve as the hypotenuse for Hipstick's unprecedented triangular support system, while strategically positioning Hipstick's arm bracket either under a shooter's rear or forearm or under a physical portion of a firearm or crossbow. Hipstick ball joint apparatus is attached to the base plate. It houses Hipstick's telescopic support shaft and enables it to achieve 360 degrees of maneuverability. Hipstick's ball joint apparatus features an exclusive thumb lock system which permits a hunter to pre-position Hipstick's telescopic support shaft and arm bracket prior to the shot opportunity. Deemed by many as the most congenial hunter-friendly shooting rest to ever go afield, Hipstick creates rock-solid stability which dramatically diminishes gun movement. The following short demonstration will illustrate just a few of the many ways Hipstick Hunter Shooting Rest will change the way you hunt. To achieve hassle-free portability, a hunter slips Hipstick's base plate over his belt and behind his pants, and then pushes the base plate downward until the base plate becomes flush with the top of his belt. Sliding Hipstick slightly backwards on the belt until it becomes aligned with your dominant arm will properly position the base plate. Once stationed on the belt, instead of being carried in the field, Hipstick is worn on a hunter's hip while creating absolutely no adverse effect on his daily hunting activities. Being sure Hipstick's pre-positioning thumb lock screw faces outward, the retracted telescopic support shaft is snapped into the base plate center holding cradle. While a hunter is in a sitting position, such as when traveling to and from the field in a pickup truck or ATV, Hipstick's retracted telescopic support tube is snapped into one of the base plate's 2 side cradles. While secured in this position, the support shaft will remain parallel to the hunter's legs and out of harm's way. Once the base plate is positioned and the telescopic support shaft is snapped into the appropriate cradle, Hipstick is ready to hunt. Achieving rear arm support while shooting from a standing position can be accomplished in a matter of seconds. To release the telescopic support tube from the cradle, a hunter simply pulls the telescopic support shaft outward. Once the shaft is free of the cradle, a hunter rolls the shaft forward while simultaneously lifting it upwards. This motion allows Hipstick pre-positioning thumb lock screw to remain facing outward. Holding the previous shaft while extending the next stage of the telescopic support shaft to a desired length and then twisting the extended shaft clockwise until snug will lock the telescopic support shaft in place. Turning the pre-positioning thumb lock screw, which is located on Hipstick ball joint apparatus, clockwise until it is tight, permits the support shaft to remain independently erect and ready for action. Achieving forearm support while shooting from a standing position can also be accomplished in a matter of seconds. A hunter simply slides hipstick's base plate forward on the belt until it becomes positioned at the front of his waist, and then repeats the same telescopic adjustment and pre-positioning procedure as previously demonstrated. In this status, the telescopic shaft is ready to support the hunter's forearm or any physical portion of the forend of a gun, crossbow, or handgun, as well as a hunter's optics. Keep in mind, if necessary, a shooter can maneuver the firearm up and down or left and right to follow the target without making any further adjustments or inconvenience. Achieving forearm support while shooting from a sitting position, such as from a tree stand, ground blind, or while just leaning your back against a tree's trunk while using a gun or crossbow, is accomplished by duplicating the same procedure as is used while shooting from a standing position. Hipstick's forearm stabilizing capability is unprecedented. Its ability to support and steady a handgun with minimal effort makes Hipstick extremely congenial. A pistol shooting enthusiast can rely on Hipstick to provide them the freedom to shoot from a standing, sitting, or kneeling position with the confidence he will hit what he is shooting at. Achieving rear arm support while shooting from a sitting position while using a gun or crossbow is equally as easy and creates a rock-solid shooting rest. In both cases, while in a sitting position, the benefit of pre-positioning the shooting rest prior to the shot opportunity is dramatically increased. In addition to the previous mentioned procedure, Hipstick offers yet another unique forearm gun stabilizing technique. While using the belt, which is included with every hipstick, a hunter cinches it around his thigh just above his knee. Once the belt is snug, hipstick base plate is slipped between the belt and hunter's leg and becomes stationed to the hunter. After adjusting and pre-positioning the support shaft, the shooting rest remains independently erect in a ready-to-serve position. Turkey hunters, still hunters, and stand hunters can instantly imagine the many advantages associated with using this shooting rest method. For those hunters who prefer to flex their magnum muscle and shoot long range, Hipstick recommends using dual hipsticks for downrange accuracy. While using one hipstick to support your rear arm and the other hipstick to support your forearm, a shooter has basically created a rock-solid bench rest while in the field. Accomplishing this type of rock-solid support is extremely practical and effective way to make an accurate long-range shot.
Our objective is to increase your odds for making a one-shot clean kill from a standing, sitting, or kneeling position while experiencing actual hunting situations.
After viewing Hipstick's presentation, we are sure you will agree Hipstick will improve your shot's accuracy and increase your odds for success. If given a choice between using conventional shooting rest methods or our new generation of hunter shooting rests, we feel confident Hipstick is destined to change the way you hunt. We have cited just a few examples of how Hipstick can improve your shot's accuracy and increase your long-range capability. Of course, after becoming familiar with Hipstick, every hunter will soon establish their own routine, and using Hipstick will soon become second nature.